Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author and depression counselor. Welcome to your Depression Recovery channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. About a week ago, I made a video and published it called The Top 5 Things to Do If You Are Depressed. Shortly after that, I brought my bicycle to River City Bikes here in Portland to have it tuned up. I was checked in by a guy named Alex, who is my cycling mentor, one of them anyway. He's also a fan of my channel, and he said, I just got notified that you've got this new video, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it because I know that exercise, not so much exercise, but riding a bike is going to be included as one of your top 5 things. I sat there kind of dumbstruck and said, oh my God, I forgot to mention cycling. I'm so sorry. He said, well, that's easy. Just do it in your next video. So I said, I better make a part 2 of this video really quickly so Alex is not disappointed. So that's what we're doing right now. We have the top 5 things to do if you're depressed, part 2. My first recommendation based on the conversation I had with Alex should be obvious. Exercise at least 3 times a week, and if possible, each day. If there's something that medical doctors and alternative healers can both agree upon, it's that exercise is nature's antidepressant. In a video I did called Does Exercise Really Heal Depression?, I quoted a study which said, moderately strenuous exercise such as brisk walking, jogging, hiking, or going for a bike ride had a large and significant effect against depression. That is why I cycle, for the mood boost it gives me. So I encourage you to find an exercise you enjoy. Think of E for exercise and E for enjoy, whether it's running or gardening, whether it's swimming or pumping iron. Try to find something you'll enjoy and stick with. And by the way, now they have these really cool activity trackers like the Fitbit, the Garmin activity tracker, and the Apple Watch, which will keep track of your daily activity and give you rewards when you meet your goals. My second top strategy is to decide if you need to take medication. When people feel blue, the first thing they normally do is go to their GP or family doctor and say, I need a drug, help me out. Now, in my upcoming video called Should I Be Taking an Antidepressant Medication?, I quote a study from the National Institute of Health that says that antidepressants are only 20% better than placebos for treating depression when done in an experimental setting. This being the case, if you start to feel down, what I recommend is doing some of the conservative strategies that we talk about in this channel, such as diet, exercise, sleep, prayer, social support, structuring your day, practicing gratitude. Do these things and see how you feel after 3 weeks. If you're doing better, that's really good. If not, if you're feeling worse, maybe it's time to start seeing an antidepressant doctor and getting some medication. Now, the doctor you should choose would be a psychiatrist or a nurse practitioner, someone who specializes in these medications as opposed to a GP or a family doctor. My third top 5 recommendation for dealing with depression is to practice gratitude. Now, wait a minute, did he say practice gratitude? You might ask yourself, how do I practice gratitude? How do I give thanks when I'm in hell? Well, there's an answer to that. In my video called How to Be Grateful Even When You're Depressed, I point out that even in the midst of darkness, there are sparks of life. For example, one of my clients said, well, at least I have food in the cupboard, gas in the car, and a roof over my head. Another client said, well, I may be miserable emotionally, but my physical health is quite good. Another one said, well, my friends are kind of shying away from me, but I still have a lot of family support from my parents and siblings. When you focus on what is working as opposed to what is not working, it gives you a reprieve from despair. In addition, your brain produces chemicals that give you a feeling of mood uplift when you're again focusing on what's working. You feel a little bit better, even if it's for the time being. And finally, when you go through extreme suffering, it opens your heart to the suffering of others. And I want to read something that a viewer just posted on my channel. He said, the depression made me a better person. It gave me more empathy for other people's feelings. Now, obviously, you can't experience this in the middle of depression. It's only something you could see in hindsight, but it's good to keep it in mind that suffering does open the heart, or as someone once said, a broken heart is an open heart. My fourth top 5 recommendation is to join a support group. Now, this should come as no surprise. I've been doing these groups myself for 16 years. Try to find one that focuses on anxiety and depression. This is because groups offer certain benefits that individual therapy does not. They're called therapeutic factors of group therapy, and I want to mention 4 of them right now. The first is called universality. That means you go into a group and you look around and you say, hey, I'm not the only one with depression. There are people just like me. The other one is called altruism. When you're in a group, you not only receive support, but you get to give support to others. It's a two-way street. And when you give support, you get something called helper's high. This is a real change in brain chemistry. The other one is group cohesiveness. When you're in a group, you feel part of a family. You feel connected in community. That is very healing to the brain and to the soul. And then there's something called installation of hope. When you come into a group and you see other people getting better, you say, oh my God, change is possible. If they can get better, so can I. There are 2 groups you should contact on the national level that will help you to find a support group in your area. One is called NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and the other is called the Depression Bipolar Support Alliance. We will go ahead and have these URLs, these websites, on the screen right now so you can copy them down and get a hold of them and find a local chapter in your area. Finally, my 5th and final recommendation in the top 5 things to do if you're depressed, part 2, is to accept where you are. Now, what does this mean? Accepting where you are doesn't mean sitting around doing nothing. It doesn't mean you don't do anything to treat the depression. It means you do everything you can to get well, but at the same time not fight too much against your circumstances. I just coached someone over the phone and said, I just wish these symptoms would go away. I don't like this depression. Get out of here. Blah, blah, blah. Fighting, fighting, fighting. Well, didn't make them go away, right? They were still there. So here's the thing. Whatever you resist persists. If you try to resist something too badly, it stays around or just gets worse. The paradox is that the first step in change is acceptance. So accept where you are, know that you are where you're supposed to be, and that one day you will feel better. A nice metaphor for this is if you were surfing and a large wave approached you, instead of fighting against it, you would just try to ride the wave. And that's what we need to do when we're depressed. Ride the wave, and one day we'll come to shore safely. In summary, here's my second list of 5 things you can do when you're feeling depressed to help bring about healing. Exercise on a regular basis, practice gratitude, join a support group, decide if you want to take medication, and accept where you are. Now, there are many other thoughts and behaviors you can practice that will also change your brain chemistry and lead you to wellness. I talk about these in my book, Healing from Depression, and I divide them into 5 parts. Physical self-care, mental emotional self-care, spiritual connection, social support, and lifestyle habits. I have a diagram of this. If you'd like to get a copy, please email me, and I will be more than happy to email you a PDF of the diagram. This has been Douglas Bloch. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. If you want to learn more about my work, please subscribe to this channel. During the closing credits, if you click on my photo, you'll be taken to the channel where you can subscribe. If you click on my book, Healing from Depression, you'll be taken to my website, healingfromdepression.com. And if you click on the videos, you'll watch them too. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you for watching.